murder.
What?
The Spencer Sisters, a new CTV original series. Special preview, Sunday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on CTV.
An officer presence in the village of Elora tonight as a handful of protesters were monitored by provincial police outside of a business hosting a drag event. Good evening. We'll return to that story in just a moment. But first, breaking news out of Woodstock. Police officers are currently on scene investigating near Ingersoll Avenue, Riddell Street, and Graham Street, and they're asking people to avoid the area until further notice. Police have not released any other details about the investigation. Now in Perth County, provincial police say they're searching for a vehicle involved in a hit and run where injuries were reported. Now the suspect vehicle had a decal like this one on the back window and is described as a gray Dodge Ram with possible damage to the driver's side. Police say the crash happened at 6:40 this morning on Perth Road 180 north of Dublin. Police have not said how many people were injured or the extent of those injuries. They're asking anyone with information to reach out. Back to Elora now, where a small group turned up in person tonight to protest a drag show that was also targeted by negative comments online. The Elora Distilling Company's Facebook page was inundated with what they describe as hateful and threatening comments earlier this month after they posted an ad for tonight's show. Organizers originally turned down an offer from police to attend the event, but after demonstrators showed up outside of the show, officers arrived soon after. Protesters tell CTV News they're speaking out based on religious beliefs, while a counter-protester also came out to support the performers.
Cross-dressing is something that is prohibited in the Bible. And so we are just voicing our concern for the way things are going in our country.
I wanted to come here and say, come on, you protesters, live and let live. What is your problem, however anybody wants to dress?
The protesters took off before performances began, and the show went on without a hitch. CTV spoke to one of the distillery owners earlier today, who says the support from the community has outweighed the negative responses.
It is a little bit sad that we are talking about this in 2023. I grew up through the 80s and 90s when it was a different time, and I think a lot of us thought we were kind of past that, but it turns out there are still some people out there. As soon as we started making a little bit more public awareness about it and having some media exposure, we had a huge upwelling of support from our local community with lots of positive feedback through social media. We sold out the event almost immediately.
Meantime, in Sarnia, a rally supporting a drag queen storytime event which has encountered protesters in the past. CTV's Brent Lale has more.
Once a month, we read storybooks here to kids, and I do it in drag.
While professional drag queen Amanda Villa entertained children, outside a Sarnia bookstore, a handful